Picture this: a small room, a narrow bed, a schedule you didn't choose, and a door you may or may not be able to open on your own. If your mind just went to a prison cell, you're not alone. But there's another place some people compare to that image, and it's uncomfortable to say out loud: a nursing home.
Yeah, that comparison can sound harsh. Nursing homes exist to care for people, not punish them. But the fact that so many families and residents even make the comparison tells us something important. It tells us that the experience of living there can feel restrictive, controlled, and, honestly, sometimes dehumanizing.
Today we're going to handle this carefully. We're not here to insult nurses, aides, or facilities that are doing their best under tough conditions. We're also not saying these places are literally prisons. We are asking a different question. What parts of nursing home life can feel like confinement, and what could change to make it feel more like home and less like a holding cell?
Because when people use the prison cell metaphor, they're usually talking about the loss of choice. Choice is freedom in everyday clothing. It's the ability to decide when to wake up, what to eat, where to sit, who to see, when to go outside.
Let's start with the physical space. Many residents have a room that's not really theirs in the way a home is. Sometimes you share it. Sometimes it's plain, functional, easy to clean, designed around staff workflow and safety requirements. All of that can be necessary, but it can also feel like you're living in a place that belongs to the institution, not to you.
And the hallways, the long corridors, the nursing station, the locked doors, the alarms. If you've ever visited, you know how clinical it can feel. Now add this: many residents can't leave without help. Not because they're being punished, but because of fall risk, memory care wandering concerns, staffing limitations. Still, the lived experience can be, I'm not allowed to go.
That's one of the biggest overlaps with the prison comparison: controlled movement. In a prison, movement is controlled for security. In a nursing home, movement is often controlled for safety. Different reasons, but the body doesn't always feel the difference. If you want to step outside and you have to ask, wait, be escorted, or you're told no, that can land in your chest the same way regardless of intent.
And then there's the schedule. Meals at certain times. Medications on a strict routine. Bathing slots. Activities at set hours. Lights out. Wake-ups. Again, some structure is necessary in group care. But when the schedule runs your day instead of supporting your day, it's easy to feel like your life is being managed instead of lived.
Let's talk about privacy, too. In a lot of facilities, staff have to come in and out of your room frequently. There are checks, vital signs, turns, toileting assistance, meds, housekeeping. Your body becomes part of a workflow. If you've ever been sick and had hospital staff coming in constantly, you know how quickly your sense of privacy can vanish.
And when you add shared rooms, it can get even harder. Imagine trying to make a personal phone call, or just cry or pray, or sitting quiet, and someone is always there. It's not that people are trying to invade you. It's that the environment isn't built to protect your dignity by default.
Another piece is language. In prisons, people are identified by their status. In nursing homes, residents can sometimes be spoken about like tasks. Room 12 needs a change. She's a two-person assist. It's clinical shorthand, and staff are busy, but it can make a person feel like a problem to solve instead of a human to know.
And I want to pause there, because this is where the conversation can get unfair fast. Many caregivers in long-term care are working incredibly hard. They're underpaid, understaffed, emotionally drained, and still showing up. If the system is built on too few hands doing too much work, even good people can end up delivering care that feels rushed or impersonal.
Right. So if someone says, it feels like a prison, it might not be a statement about cruelty. It might be a statement about scarcity. Not enough staff time to walk someone outside. Not enough space for privacy. Not enough flexibility to let people eat later if they want. Not enough resources to create an environment that feels warm and personal.
Let's also talk about autonomy over your own body. In prison, your body is controlled. In nursing homes, your body can become managed. For example, someone might be told when they can use the bathroom because staff availability is limited, or they might be given sedating medication to reduce agitation, when what they actually need is pain control, companionship, or a calmer environment.
And sometimes restraint shows up, even if it's not called that. It could be a chair you can't get out of easily. It could be a bed alarm that goes off if you move. It could be a locked unit for memory care. The intention is safety, but the feeling can be, my body is not mine anymore.
Now, here's an important difference we can't ignore. Prison is designed to deprive people of liberty as a consequence. Nursing homes are supposed to provide support and care when someone can't live independently. That moral difference matters. But, and this is the heart of it, systems can unintentionally create harm even when the mission is good.
So what keeps a nursing home from feeling like confinement? Let's shift toward solutions. First, person-centered care isn't just a nice phrase. It's a daily practice, asking, what matters to you? Not just what's the matter with you.
That can show up in small choices that add up. Letting someone choose their wake-up time when possible. Offering food options beyond a fixed menu. Creating quiet spaces and social spaces. Encouraging residents to personalize their rooms with photos, blankets, artwork, familiar objects.
Second, meaningful access to the outdoors. If you've ever been stuck inside for days, you know how your brain starts to dim. Regular, supported time outside, sunlight, air, plants, can change mood and behavior in ways no schedule can.
Third, relationships. In prisons, separation from community is part of the punishment. In long-term care, isolation is often accidental, but it's real. Family visits drop off. Friends don't know what to say. People lose roles. Worker, neighbor, organizer, caregiver. They become resident.
So facilities that treat community like medicine, bringing in intergenerational programs, volunteer visitors, music, faith groups, book clubs, even simple conversation, can restore a sense of being part of the world.
Fourth, staff support. This one isn't optional. If we want more dignity for residents, we need better conditions for caregivers. More staffing, better pay, better training, less burnout. Because when workers are stretched to the breaking point, the environment gets harder, rules get stricter, and flexibility disappears.
And here's a practical angle for families listening. If you're choosing a facility, or even just visiting a loved one, pay attention to a few signals. Do staff knock before entering? Do they speak to residents like adults? Are residents sitting in hallways parked in front of a TV for hours? Or do you see choices and activity that feel voluntary?
Also notice the vibe around consent. Are people being told what's happening, or is care happening to them? Even when someone has cognitive decline, communication matters. You can still ask. You can still explain. You can still offer options.
And if you're a staff member listening, you may be thinking, we're trying. We believe you. Sometimes the most powerful changes are tiny moments, using someone's preferred name, explaining what you're doing, asking about their life, letting them finish a sentence even if it takes longer.
Because the opposite of a prison feeling isn't luxury. It's personhood. It's being seen as someone with a past and preferences. Someone who still gets to make choices, even if they need help.
Let's circle back to the metaphor, nursing home as a prison cell. It's provocative, but it points to a fear we all share. The fear that one day we'll lose control over our time, our body, our privacy, our identity.
And the goal isn't to shame the places that care for elders. The goal is to build systems where safety doesn't require surrendering dignity, where structure supports life instead of replacing it, where care feels like care.
If this topic hit close to home, here's one question to sit with. What's one choice you'd want protected if you ever needed long-term care? Maybe it's when you wake up. Maybe it's going outside every day. Maybe it's having your own music, your own routines, your own food. Write it down. Talk about it with your family. Advocate early.
Because the best time to demand dignity is before you're in a position where it's hard to ask for it.
That's it for today. Keep looking for the human details, the small freedoms, the choices that make life feel like life. We'll be back next time.